Welcome to the Musa video blog. We actually just had a Musa group, and we're talking about gratitude, and some things came up. I thought it would be worth putting it on the video blog. See, gratitude's a really fundamental principle in Judaism, but unfortunately we live in a world today where it may be not what it should be, because after all, it's good for business when we're not happy, when we want more, when we feel that we need something and that life is terrible and they just want so much more. So to have this feeling of gratitude being engendered within us is not good for business. So we live in an entitled world. So that's one obstacle we have. Then of course as Jews, we have that stereotypical Jewish attitude of always kvetching, complaining. Like this story about there was a bunch of Jewish couples sitting in a restaurant. The waiter went over to them and said, "Hi, is anything okay?" Or the one about the 4 Jewish ladies sitting around playing cards. And the first one said, "Oi." And the second one said, "Oy vey." And the third one said, "Oy vey is mir." And the fourth one said, "Okay, enough talking about the kids. Let's just play cards." So, there's always that stereotypical jokes about Jews because they're always kvetching. So we have to break that, because really what God wants from us is to be grateful. And one of the wonderful things about developing an attitude of gratitude is that not only is it something that the Torah, that God wants from us, but it's also something that is fantastic for us, because the more that we are feeling this sense of gratitude for what we have, the more we are sensitized to appreciate what we have. We start thinking about, wow, this is great. That makes us feel better. So I want to share with you a story. There was a great rabbi who passed away a few years ago, Rabbi Scheinberg of blessed memory. And the first time I called him up on the phone, I had a question. I wanted to ask him a question. And I called him up and he answered the phone. And I said, I identified myself, and I said, I would like to ask a question. He said to me, "Are you married?" And I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Gewaldig," which means Yiddish, which means fantastic. And then he says to me, "Do you have kids?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "Gewaldig," fantastic. And then he said to me, "So what's your problem?" Okay, I did go ask the question, but if the call would have ended right there, it would have been a life-changing phone call. Like, things I'm married, I have kids, so what's your problem? Just think about the treasures that you have right now. And I just said, wow, I knew that it was a good thing, and I knew, yeah, I'm happy, but I never really sat and thought about this, how great it is. So one of the things of gratitude is that it helps us focus on things that we may not have focused on before. So there's like a little bit of a jingle. An attitude of gratitude, no latitude for platitude. Again, an attitude of gratitude, no latitude for platitude. I guess we could rap with that. An attitude of gratitude, no latitude for platitude. But anyway, but when I say no latitude for platitude, it means we don't want to just say the words, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you." We just spit out words. But I mean, think about it. So, last week we said about doing 1 push-up. So let's say something like this. Once a day. It could be anything. Just take anything and focus on it and say, this is actually good. A simple thing. Say, hey, I'm sitting on a chair. Who invented the chair? That's a great thing. Imagine if we didn't have chairs, we'd be sitting on the floors, or a table. Look, I have a table right here. Fantastic. I can put things on it. I can write on it. I can eat on it. And you can just go on and on and on. Look at this. I have this jacket with a zipper. Fantastic. Look at that. Isn't that great? And we can just do this. So one time a day, one thing, just deal with it seriously. Think about it and say, this is actually a benefit, and I am grateful for this. Not just no latitude for platitude, not just saying the words, but really thinking about it. And if we do this, it's great. It's a win-win. We're doing what the Torah wants us to do, and we're making ourselves into happier people, more appreciative of all the blessings that we have. See you next time.